Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Express on Global Television. We're live in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Queen Agaba. President Bola Tinubu has approved the appointment of Gbenga Alade as Managing Director of Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria. Alade succeeds Ahmed Kuru, who assumed office in August 2015. The president also approved the appointment of the 10 executive heads across the Nigerian Communications Commission, Galaxy Backbone Limited and Nigerian Communications Satellite Limited. Special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Ajuri Ngelale, announced the appointment in a statement he signed titled President Tinubu appoints new AMCON management team. Tinubu also appointed the 3 other executive directors pending their confirmation by the Nigerian Senate. In a bid to secure food security in the country, the Defense Headquarters says it has strategically deployed troops across the nation to allow farmers return to their farms. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, made this known while addressing newsmen in Abuja on the activities of troops in the last week. According to him, troops intensified efforts in ongoing military operations aimed at bolstering security and safeguarding citizens across the nation, thereby preventing terrorists from disrupting farming activities to ensure food security. Kikelomo Okere has details.
Highlighting the gravity of the challenges facing the nation, the Director of Defense Media Operations reiterated the military's commitment to addressing these issues head-on, leveraging its unique position to tackle security threats effectively. General Buba stated that during the past weeks, significant strides were made in countering terrorism and criminal activities as troops neutralized 286 insurgents, apprehended 244 suspects, and rescued 122 kidnapped hostages. He explained that 83 individuals involved in oil theft were arrested, preventing the loss of crude oil products worth over 2.5 billion naira.
Overall, the troops of Operation Having Paid neutralized 70 terrorists, arrested 31 of them, and rescued 27 kidnapped hostages during the week under review. Troops also recovered 47 AK-47 rifles and recovered over 1,100 rounds of 7.62mm special ammunition, over 600 rounds of 7.62mm NATO ammunition, among several items.
General Buba stated that the substantial catch of weapons and ammunition were seized, including AK-47 rifle, locally fabricated guns, pump-action guns, and explosives, among others. He added that in the Niger Delta region, troops dismantled illegal refining sites, destroyed dugout pits, and confiscated boats, vehicles and storage tanks linked to criminal activities, recovering millions of liters of stolen crude oil and refined petroleum products.
They destroyed illegal refining sites. They arrested violent extremists and illegal oil bunkerers in Ika South local government area of Delta State. Troops also arrested suspected violent extremist code group in Okpe local government area of same Delta State. Additionally, troops foiled activities of both violent extremists and armed robbers in Oshimili North local government area of Delta State, as well as raided illegal mining sites in Biase local government area of Cross River.
While acknowledging the military's successes, General Buba emphasized that the necessity to complete efforts beyond military to address the root causes of insurgency. He therefore called for a collective approach, including government support at all levels and initiative promoting good governance to create conditions unfavorable for insurgents. The director encouraged patriotic individuals to contribute alternative solutions and emphasized the importance of unity in overcoming present present challenges and securing a brighter future for the nation. Kike Lomo Okeri, Global Television News.
A federal high court in Abuja ordered the National Population Commission to disclose expenditure details related to the suspended 2023 population census within 7 days. The census was initially scheduled to be held in 2022 but was later postponed to 2023. The exercise was, however, suspended indefinitely by former President Muhammadu Buhari a few days before leaving office, saying that he would allow President Bola Tinubu to announce new dates for the headcount. The census is now slated for November 2024. The MPC had in June 2023 stated that a total of 200 billion naira was expended on its preparation for the conduct of the postponed 2023 population and housing census. The House of Representatives Committee on Delegated Legislation, chaired by Olufemi Richard Bamisile, has commenced the process of strengthening subsidiary legislations emanating from government agencies and extra ministerial departments. The deputy chairman of the committee, Dominic Okafor, who spoke at the inaugural meeting of the committee with chief executives of agencies responsible for carrying out subsidiary legislations in Nigeria, said the committee looked forward to continued collaboration with agencies responsible for delegated legislation in order to build stronger institutions in the country. This, the deputy chairman explained, will promote efficiency, effectiveness and adherence to legal procedures in the legislative process. Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, Brigadier General Buba Marwa, retired, has expressed appreciation of officers and men of the Anti-Narcotic Agency to President Bola Tinubu for his continuous support for the ongoing efforts to curb the scourge of substance abuse and illicit drug trafficking in the country. Marwa stated this in response to questions from journalists while inspecting facilities at the agency's barracks, which is near completion for commissioning in Yola, Adamawa State. Kike Lomo Okere brings us details.
While commending the standard and quality of work being done at the barracks, the NDLEA boss says beyond arrest, seizures and prosecution of drugs traffickers and barons to address supply reduction, the agency is equally committed to reducing the demand for illicit substance by combining forces with other stakeholders to raise awareness and address the root causes of the substance abuse.
Welfare and security of NDLEA staff who operate, seize, arrest, prosecute, deal with the criminals, and the criminals come after them. And now we have the barracks for our personnel and their families to be secured. President Buhari approved it, commenced it, and President Tinubu has continued with the same zeal and drive. So we appreciate this element of concern and support for them.
He pointed out that one of the key predisposing factors of drug use in all societies is poverty. He reiterated the present administration's commitment in alleviating poverty on Nigerians, adding that the NDLEA is partnering with NAFDAC and other relevant stakeholders to curb illicit drugs in the country.
Yes. We are targeting initially the 6 geopolitical zones to have a barrack each for equity and balance. And in the succeeding years, we trust that succeeding governments will continue until all the 36 state commands, FCT, the special area commands are covered as far as barracks is concerned. So this is the first phase.
He says the launch of the barrack in Adamawa State is a testament to the good work of the NDLEA officers, saying it is expected that it will be replicated in the 6th geopolitical zone of the country. Kike Lomo Okeri, Global Television News.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State said the state is ready to deploy 10,000 officials of the state security outfit Neighborhood Watch for state police. Sanwo-Olu stated this during a media chat in Lagos. The governor said the neighborhood officials will be deployed immediately the federal government and the National Assembly firm up constitutional provisions for the establishment of state police. According to the governor, men of the Lagos Neighborhood Safety Corps (LNSC), a uniform security agency established by law of the Lagos State House of Assembly in 2016, will be pulled out to join state police. Now, youth under the platforms of Nigeria's Civil Society Forum (NCSF) trooped out en masse in Abuja for a solidarity rally in support of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his administration. The placard-carrying youths converged on the Unity Fountain at the Business District Center of the Federal Capital City as early as 9 a.m., adorned in white T-shirts and face caps with the bold inscription, "Jagaban is working." The organizers of the Solidarity Rally said their action was informed by the wrong narratives gaining ground about happenings in the country, insisting that Tinubu is on course with all his programs and policies. Some operatives attached to the Special Tactical Squad of the Nigerian Police Force in Abuja have been arrested for extorting 30 million naira from a citizen. The Force Public Relations Officer, ASP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, disclosed this. According to the FPRO, the extortion was brought to the notice of the force via the X platform, and the NPF has arrested the officers and their accomplices who initially escaped upon commencement of investigations. The businessman was reportedly abducted at one of his sites in Abuja by armed police officers who detained him until he transferred all the money in his bank accounts. Moving on, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, described those clamoring for a coup d'etat as enemies of Nigeria, saying the military remained resolute to protect the nation's democracy. This was as the Kaduna State's Overseeing Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Arwan, disclosed that the mastermind of the August 2021 attack on the Nigerian Defense Academy in Kaduna has been eliminated by troops. The CDS, who spoke to journalists in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, warned coup mongers in the country. However, the Nigerian military has consistently maintained that it had no interest or plan to take over power, saying it remained loyal and committed to the democratic government. Again, troops of one division of the Nigerian Army eliminated a notorious bandit kingpin identified as Bodari, who allegedly orchestrated many high-profile kidnappings, including the Yori School Girls, Greenfield University, and the Nigerian Defense Academy attacks. Bodari was said to have been killed alongside another kingpin, Bodejo, in the ambush. This was disclosed by the Director, Army Public Relations, Major General Onyema Nwachukwu. He stated that the operation was carried out in an ambush along the Bada-Riyawa axis on the Kaduna-Benin-Gwari Road. General Christopher Musa, the Chief of Defense Staff, says the military is happy and better under democracy and hence will not act against the democratically elected government. Musa said this during his operational visit and inauguration of facilities at Headquarters 6th Division of the Nigerian Army in Port Harcourt. He emphasized that the country's democracy was achieved through great effort, saying calls for a military intervention by some Nigerians were unpatriotic. The military chief stated that the government had initiated actionable measures to address the array of challenges facing Nigerians. And the Lagos State and Ogun State Police Commands have commenced a joint patrol on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway to prevent crime and criminality in the area. The Lagos Police Public Relations Officer, SP Benjamin Hundeyin, disclosed this in a post on his X handle. According to Hundeyin, the joint patrols will cover Kara Bridge to Shagamu Interchange. He urged motorists not to panic at the sight of increased police patrols on the travel route. In another recent development, the Kaduna State government has reacted to a suspected outbreak of viral hemorrhagic fever, popularly known as Lassa fever, at the 44 Nigerian Army Reference Hospital in Kaduna. This is contained in a statement by Mohammed Shehu, Chief Press Secretary to the Kaduna State Governor. According to him, Governor Uba Sani has directed the Kaduna State Ministry of Health to immediately investigate and ascertain situation at the health facility. The Kaduna State Ministry of Health further been directed to enhance surveillance in collaboration with local government health departments. Now, Yoruba Nation agitator Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, has returned to Nigeria for the first time after over 30 months. He returned to Nigeria to attend his mother's funeral ceremony. Igboho has been out of Nigeria since 2021 when he was arrested in Benin Republic on his way to Germany. His spokesman, Olayomi Koiki, confirmed via his X-handle that Igboho returned to the country to pay respect to his late mom. Koiki also posted a video where Igboho could be seen with some people believed to be at the mortuary. You're watching News Express, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times, channel 276. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using @Global TV NGE and other handles now showing on your screen. When the News Express returns, federal government plans cooking gas export ban to crash price. The news continues shortly with details of this and more stories right after this break. Please stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us. Now, if you've just joined us, this is Global Television bringing you live broadcast of the News Express. And on the foreign scene, at least 4 people have died in a vast fire that ripped through a 14-story apartment block in Valencia in eastern Spain. But officials warned Friday that the death toll could rise sharply. 19 people are still missing, according to a City Hall source on condition of anonymity. Experts said the building was covered with a highly flammable cladding, which could account for the rapid spread of the inferno. Dramatic images showed the ferocious blaze throwing out clouds of black smoke as it consumed the high-rise in the western Campana neighborhood. 2 missiles have hit a ship off Yemen and caused a fire on board. Authorities say in another apparent attack, by Yemen's rebel Houthi movement. The UK Maritime Trade Operations Agency said the unarmed vessel was in the Gulf of Aden when it was attacked and that US coalition forces had responded. A maritime security firm identified as a hollow-flagged cargo ship. There was no claim from the Houthis, but they have been targeting merchant vessels in the region since November. Now let's take a quick look at the business desk. The Senate has confirmed 12 members of the Monetary Policy Committee, MPC, of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, with a charge to immediately formulate policies to salvage the country's ailing economy. The MPC is made up of CBN Governor Olayemi Cardoso as chairman and 11 other members. Uyi Agbomofuegbe reports that their confirmation followed the presentation of the report of the Senate's Committee on Banking, Insurance and Other Financial Institutions headed by Senator Adetokunbo Abiru. Now, the federal
Senator Abiru told his colleagues that the nominees are not only experienced in their respective fields of endeavor, but also possess the requisite qualifications to excel in the MPC. The membership includes 4 deputy governors, Mohammed Abdullahi, Bala Bello, MM Usoro, and Philip Ikazo. Speaking immediately after the confirmation of Cardoso as chairman of the MPC and 11 other members, President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, hailed President Bola Tinubu for selecting men and women of great expertise that will help the country with policies that would help turn around the CBN and redirect the monetary policies of the Federation for the good of all Nigerians.
The Senate in the Committee of the Whole considered the report of the Committee on Banking, Insurance and other financial institutions on the screening of Mr. President's nominees for appointment as members of the Monetary Policy Committee of the Central Bank of Nigeria and approved the nominations of Olayemi Cardoso as chairman, Mohammed Sani Abdullahi as member, Bala Bello as member, Emem Usoro as member, Philip Ikazo as member, Jafia Lydia Shehu as member, Lamido Yuguda as member, Moritala Sabo Sagagi as member, Aloysius Uche Odu as member, Agu Pauline Odinkemelu as member, Mustafa Akiyomi as member, and Bandele Eji Amo as member. So this approval by the Senate is for the chairman and members of the Monetary Policy Committee of the Central Bank of Nigeria. Is this a true reflection of what transpired in the Committee of the Whole? Yes.
The confirmation of the new MPC members comes days to the first policy meeting of the Apex Bank under the new CBN governor, which has been slated for February 26 and 27, 2024. Uyi Agbomofwegbe reports in for Global Television News.
The federal government is to stop the exportation of liquefied petroleum gas, popularly known as cocaine gas, in a bid to increase its volume domestically so as to warrant a crash in price. It stated that LPG producers in Nigeria and key stakeholders in the industry had been told to stop exporting the commodity out of Nigeria following the recent jump in the cost of cocaine gas. Cocaine gas consumption has since increased significantly with ambitious targets to reach 5 million metric tons by 2029. As LPG dealers stated that though Nigeria exports the commodity, the country relies heavily on imports to meet domestic demand. The Comptroller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, has said that the distribution of seized food items would commence on Friday. Adeniyi, while speaking with journalists in Lagos, warned that the distributed seized food items was not to be resold. Adeniyi also warned that customs officers were banned from partaking in the exercise, adding that the rice would come in 25 kg, which would be sold for 10,000 naira. Now lastly, in sports, former Super Eagles striker Victor Igbekpa has asserted that the Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, should change the narrative in social media that Nigeria does not want the services of Eagles handler Jose Peseiro again. The Portuguese took the Super Eagles to the 2023 AFCON final for the first time in 11 years, and Igbekpa disclosed that the head coach and the players did a yeoman job as they surprised Nigerians who had written them off before the start of the competition. Igbekpa noted that he was among those that believed that Peseiro would find it difficult to get the best out of the Eagles players in Cote d'Ivoire because of the results they posted before the start of the AFCON. And that's it on News Express, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. Don't forget, we're on Star Times, channel 276. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. I am Queen Agaba. Thank you for watching. See you again.